That's what's up. That's a blessing for sure.
Yeah, definitely a blessing.
Oh,
I don't know what I would do without him.
She made it.
She made it.
Hello.
I don't see nobody. How y'all see somebody?
You don't see nobody?
I see y'all, but I don't see nobody.
No, someone else joined.
Yeah, she in the. I don't know why they didn't come up on your end.
Yeah, I don't see her.
Sorry, it took me a minute. I had to download everything on my phone.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna let Case go ahead.
Oh, she's on the other screen.
Go ahead, Case.
Let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Stacy Wheeler, also known as the Native Barber. I've been in the industry for about 25 years now. I teach cosmetology and barbering in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
It's bright out there.
It's bright. I was thinking of the same thing. Like, man.
Good weather.
So the question right now is, when you just came in, how do you balance like motherhood and basically being a boss, hustler, business owner at the same time?
That's funny. I just had this conversation with my fellow barber buddy the other day. I want to open my own business. And I said, my biggest fear doing it right now is I only got 1 year left and my daughter is going to be out of the house. I only have one child. And I feel like I've committed to being home at a certain time, to making meals for her. I would hate my last year of her being home. 24 hours at my, starting a new business is going to take a lot of work, and I'm going to have to work late hours. And I got used to teaching and being able to work my clients in as I'm teaching or after hours on my own schedule instead of full-time in a shop. So it's a balance that you just have to do what's best for you, I think.
Okay. That was good. You can,
yeah.
That was like,
hey man, swinging, ain't it?
Real quick.
I just had this conversation. Like, it brought me to tears. I was like, I only got one shot at being a parent, and as much as I want my business, being a mother means more to me. So,
how do you go about pricing?
Clap it up.
So
like raising your prices. What is your strategy as far as raising your prices when it's time to?
I mean, I've never really had any problem with it. To even sit in my chair, it's $65. That's starting. Okay. And I don't do the whole a lineup. I just want to line up, or I just want to taper. It's a haircut. You're paying for to sit in my chair.
That's time. Thank you.
I like that.
Somebody else.
Kids
Somebody understands me in this world.
I don't charge cheaper for kids because at the end of the day, they more work than an adult. Exactly. So I think for me, raising my price, it is just what it is. I don't even really make the announcement. I don't make a big deal. I just say, hey, it's going to be this. And my clients I've really been blessed over the years. My clients don't give me no hard time. And I believe for every client you lose, you're going to gain a client that's not going to have an issue paying.
Three.
Lose one, gain three.
Yeah.
Lose one, gain three.
Yeah.
So with when it comes to like the genre that everybody's in, like, I know Kim Yada, you a stylist.
Mm-hmm.
Carlicia, you're a dreader, and Stacy, you're a barber. When it comes to that genre, do you find that is a lot of competition? Is it more competitive and hate, or is it more support in your genre when it comes to the people you do?
Who's gonna go first?
Shoot, don't make no difference. Jump out there.
I feel like there's I've run into a couple stylists who's taken the loctician part really personal. But for the most part, like my salon, we got eight locticians in my shop. So I feel like it's just about who you surround yourself with. And we got the friendly competition on, what we're gonna do or whatever. But I feel like a lot of Columbus, I should say, it's not, other places is not as friendly. You know what I mean? They're in competition the wrong way, huh?
You saying in Columbus is not as friendly, or other places?
Like, as far as like, I know y'all got issues with the barbers as well.
Hell yeah,
Can't
Columbus
even
ain't no
talk about us right now, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I'm
Talk about
saying
us
though.
right
But like Columbus is not like they're afraid to support another person.
Exactly. Okay, well, it's not just in the barber industry. Go ahead, keep going. Go ahead. Shoot, so we ain't gotta shoot.
Oh my gosh. It's just not friendly and supportive. Like it's an issue if to support another stylist that do the same thing as you. They I feel like they're afraid that their clients is going to leave and go. Like I done heard clients come and tell me, oh, I can't go back and sit in this person's chair because I done sat in your chair. So I feel like it's a hate thing. But like I said, you surround yourself with the right people. We got 8 locticians in my shop.
I'm not even gonna lie. In the barber industry, I just pull out the statistics and the population, and I be like, "There's no shortage of people." Like, so what do people be mad about? Like, that's what I be trying to figure out. There's no shortage of people at
it's
all.
Love. You gotta understand, clients is gonna chair hop, and you just gotta let them clients be.
You know
can't
what
take it personal.
You know what I would say to you where you feel like maybe Columbus? First of all, I say it's every city, every state. I've worked across the world, even international in my last 25 years. And I would say, keep doing you. You be the better person. Don't worry about somebody else not supporting you. You continue to support people. You be the base of the industry. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you're doing what's right, people are gonna follow into that. For every hater,
talk your shit, Miss Stacy.
Right? I will never hate on somebody just because somebody might not approve of what I do. I'm still gonna support because at the end of the day, we are all in this together. There's enough people to pay our bills, and we can't be mad.
Enough money out here for everybody.
You know, go ahead and do that because somebody else is gonna fill that spot.
No, it's not even hate, it's envy. I really think that somebody else sits back and looks at you and sees something in you that they don't see in themselves and they can't figure it out. And that's the true issue. It's like, don't nobody really hate you. I mean, in my case, people don't even really know me to hate me. So like, you don't even know me, but it's more envy. They sitting back, they see what you're doing. They're not your friend on social media, but they do follow and watch everything that you do. Yep. And it's more envy. They trying to figure out how are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? And if they were brave enough or even smart enough, they would just ask for real.
Right. Just communicate. Like I'm an open book.
Just like, I feel
like what's made for me is going to be what's for me.
Everybody has their own path to be on, so you can't worry about what the next person is doing and assume that your path is going to stay straight. Like the moment you take your eyes off of your path, that's it.
It's so many people trying to skip the grind. Like she said, she's been 25 years. You say you've been what? How many? 16? Or something like that. You said you've been in your time. There are people who are in their first year who are looking at you. Correct. And they're trying to be at 25 years. They're trying to be you can't skip over all of that. Like you can't. It's just not reality. You know what I mean? But they want to
say as 25 years, I can learn something from a barber that's only been a barber for 1 year. And we cannot say this new generation coming up, they're killing the game. They got all this social media status.
They got access.
Video. I'm 46 years old. The last thing I want to do after a long day is go home and edit all these videos. But I know I need to step up my game or they're going to outshine me because that's the way it is. So I feel like you never stop learning, period. You cannot stay stagnant. If you stay stagnant, you're going to be where you're at and you can't blame anybody but yourself.
Yeah.
Pretty much can learn from everybody, basically.
Yeah.
But it is easier for the new generation because they have more access to a lot more information than we had. Like we had to get it from the ground, all the way from the ground, no social media.
Now we have to go to
but the
beauty shows and classes. Now they can YouTube everything and just practice on their cousin or sister or brother. to get
All
it.
I'm saying the actual fundamentals, the grind, they can't skip over that. I don't care what they got. Like you can't skip over the fundamentals and all of that. It's like, you know what I mean? I see a lot of young barbers, they don't want to invest in themselves. They just don't want to, they want to skip over the grind part, man.
Look though, in a sense, they actually can skip over a few things, because when you look at Instagram, all the work that you did to build your name, all they got to do is post the right picture,
for sure,
right video, and they gonna get that following.
We talking about actual fundamental mechanics. Like they can't.
It ain't gonna.
I mean?
What I'm saying.
When it comes to skill, you can't skip over that.
Whether they don't have the skill or not, they're still going to get the flow.
They had a way to market. Yeah, marketing. Yeah. Now, marketing, yes, I understand that. Like they not having to go to the grind, through the grind that we did as far as handing out business cards.
They don't got to do it.
Like they don't have to do none of that. But I'm talking about when we talking about in the trenches, when we talking about in that kitchen, starting off in that kitchen, starting off in that basement, starting off the fundamentals, the pure fundamentals, they can't skip over that. If they do, they're going to get exposed. And that's what come on now. We done put some pictures up on
I agree with you. I'm just saying though, that same work that we looking at that ain't quality, they are still charging the same amount we charging, and them people is accepting that work. It's like back in the day.
They spent 15, 16, 1,800 hours in barber school. They got their license. They shouldn't be charging less, in my opinion. We should all be a unity and come across the board and all come together and realize Joe Blow is charging $20 over here. So-and-so is charging 45. This person's charging 100. We all took the same class. We all learned.
But it's not good though.
Yeah.
I don't think like every barber should charge the same, because some barbers are like, if you got to think, because like for instance, my son, if he was going to this barber and they pushing him back, but this barber charging me $60, but then if I go to the next barber and they get him all the way together, I feel like you gotta start somewhere.
You're not gonna go to that barber you're not gonna go to that barber so then it's gonna be a fair.
So instead of him saying charge 60, he got to start lower until he can build his worth and charge the 60. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you go they don't charge you less. You go get a pair of Nikes, they don't charge you less because you got it somewhere. I mean, at the end of the day, some of these barbers coming right out of barber school are phenomenal. They can outcut some of us that have been doing it for 20, 30 years. And I know that for a fact because I'm traveling a lot. I'm out there. They shouldn't be charging less just because they just got out of barber school.
If their work quality is good, by all means do it. But if you still struggling on a regular cut, like you can't charge what the big dogs are charging.
It's definitely levels to it, and I feel like
you get clientele you deserve, right? And if somebody's willing to go through those stages with you and watch you grow, but gonna pay you, why wouldn't you want that?
Quality is in the eye.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, if you got the ones that's gonna pay, that's cool. But I feel like your work got to match up with your price as well.
You know, when it comes to your work matching up with your price, quality is in the eye of the beholder.
Like I said, bad work will get exposed. I compare it to like bodybuilding. You have people who take steroids and you have people who work out naturally. That natural muscle is going to stick with you. You know what I'm saying? The steroids, that's not gonna stick with you. It's synthetic. It don't last long. So yeah, I've seen a lot of those guys come in the game charging what they charge, but they're not that good, or they over enhance, so whatever, and eventually they fizzle off. You know what I mean?
Right? That's on them. That's not our problem.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm just for the sake of conversation, we just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna fizzle off. Me personally, my personal opinion, I don't really care about nobody else, what they doing around me. You know what I mean? Not as long as I'm good. But at the same time, as far as coming from being an educator and being someone who moves through the industry like I do and watch other people, I've just seen it. I've seen those guys come through, be hot, everybody talking to them, 1.5 million followers, and then they fall off. You know what I mean?
Where do they fall? to?
Stuff don't, huh?
Where do they fall to?
I mean, you could see they work.
They work. This is what I'm saying. Like their work might be terrible.
Yeah.
You got cars out here that's terrible. You got shoes, all this shit. It's all levels. I understand about the quality part. That's a fact. But it's just the fact that they have something that we didn't have that allows them to
most definitely do
be almost where we at. I feel like we need to raise our prices. Because
like on another episode, like I want to be, there's a certain point in this industry where I don't care. I know we say we don't care about, but I want to be respected by my peers. I want to be respected by the people who I think are good, you know what I mean? My mentors, and I'm not.
With a barber who's only been out for 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. And he's doing celebrity, he's doing football players, he's doing all of this. Mm-hmm. How, because he's been in the industry way less, should...
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
I agree with you on the respect. What I was trying to say is, so for people like that, we should be coaching them to continue that success.
That's a fact.
A lot of old heads out here that are saying, and with all due respect for everybody, like you said, everybody's got their own path. Success looks different to everybody. But we shouldn't, I think there's a big gap between this new barber coming up and then us that have been in the industry for such a long time. And if there's one thing I can do before I retire if I ever retire, is like bridge that gap, because at the end of the day, they do have so many more things than we do. We had to go, our haircuts talked for us. When we wasn't in a room, if their haircut looked good, we got a client, right? We had to bust our butts staying for hours. These new barbers can get a studio, work till 4 o'clock. They just got a booking app, and they have so much more than
they blow up off of convenience.
And I don't think there should be lowered, even if they're growing in their haircuts. But at the end of the day, our clippers all cost the same. Our education costs the same. And whoever sits on our chair, if they're willing to pay that price, then props to them.
Yeah,
if the barber is cutting celebrities' hair, he giving out great quality cuts to make people want to pay that. I feel like everybody is not built to be in this industry. So those that want jump out and automatically charge what everybody else is charging and their work isn't matching up, like he said, those are the clients, the people that's going to eventually disappear. They're not built for, like, you have, but if you giving out the quality and the work and the customer service is there, by all means, charge what you're doing. You cutting celebrities, yes, that's awesome, that's great. You're not giving out quality cuts and the quality customer service, then it's not the same.
I cut athletes and celebrities, and let me tell you something about that. A lot of times, well, majority of times, that doesn't mean
they want free.
No. That doesn't even mean that you're good. Sometimes it's a network. It's the people that you put yourself around. You know what I mean? And you make yourself available to them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's about that.
It's your social media presence too.
Exactly.
Like, they just got social media. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for social media, 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't be cutting those celebrities. You know how hard it is to reach a celebrity right now if you didn't have social media? Your work really got to stand up. Your work has to really speak.
Well, I can tell you, you already know I ain't never went through social media to get nobody that I cut. So, but I understand it. I know how they go about it.
Yeah, they using social media, they jumping in DMs, they adding people, people, and if they move, all somebody got to do is they're going to look at your followers. They're going to look at who you cut before. If you cut one celebrity, the next celebrity going to fall in line. They see you got followers. Followers is damn near like, that solidifies you almost now. And you might not even have grassroots followers. It might not even be organic followers. This is the fact that people see, oh, he means something to somebody. Oh, let me try him out. And you could push his head all the way back to the future. Somebody else still gonna jump in a chair.
To start out strong. Don't set yourself in a weak spot because you're just out of barber school. school. No, go prove to everybody that fresh out of barber school, you can be just as good as somebody, you know, with respect. I totally agree about wanting the respect, that we've been in it for a long time, but I think it's our job to motivate and encourage these barbers coming fresh out of barber school to stay on their game and continue doing everything. But I encourage my barbers. Why would I want them to shop hop 3-4 times because they start out in a low end shop because they don't have the courage? It's all, haircutting is about confidence. At the end of the day, if your confidence and your confidence shines through you, your client's going to walk out feeling like they're, you know, the king and they got the world's greatest haircut because you made them feel that way.
Kenyatta, how does mentorship look like? What does it look like in a hair salon as opposed to a barbershop? We know how we go about it, but I know the hair salon operates a little bit different. So, I mean, as far as the people work with you, is there mentorship or?
I mean, for me, the girls gotta want it. I mean, I have a young lady in a salon who rents a booth who you can't tell her a thing. And I don't try. I've tried. It becomes a fight almost. You know what I mean? She feels like she does everything great. And then there's other 3 girls in there who are willing to learn every day. So I'm there to learn from them. They're there to learn from me. We do stuff together and try to get better together.
I love
you
that.
You can't make somebody want to learn or be better.
The same with the dreaders, Carlisha, as far as mentoring?
I feel like we all pretty solid as far as like we know this ain't the end. Like it's more to learn, or it's more to figure out, it's more to do. How can we grow? So I'm honestly blessed to be surrounded with the people that are in my salon. We don't have nobody that's just feels like, oh, they already made it, so you can't tell them nothing. You know what I mean? I can walk over and I can be like, after they client leave, like, yo, you should have did this a little bit different. Or they could come to me and be like, oh, you should have did this. And
so
we can
got a tight knit group and y'all are receptive and kind of
everybody
familiar with each other. Right. Everybody able to take information from each other. That's dope. Yeah. That type of dynamic is dope. I think that's what everybody should look for. If you're looking to work in a shop, you know, a lot of us, like we said, we work alone, but if you're looking to work in a shop, I think that would be, if I ever were to again, that would be the number one quality that I look for is, can everybody just be on the same accord and help each other grow?
I think it's different for women and men though. I think it's different.
It's definitely a blessing. Like it's no competition. Like we can compete, but it's good compete. Like it's good competition. Right. We're not competing to outshine one another.
It's constructive.
Yeah. But so I'm blessed for that.
I feel like women work together more than men do. Men have a thing with pride and ego. So when you got men in the shop, it's hard to come up to another barber sometimes and be like, bro, you should have did this. Especially because his pride is so high. He might look at you like, man, he gonna act like he listening, but in his head, he gonna be saying something totally different.
Okay. So listen. I got 3 barbers as well. It's 3 barbers in there. They can talk their shit to one another and let each other know. So one of the barbers, like I had to let him know, like the way you deliver it to this person, you know what I mean? You got to come to him totally different from what you going to this person, because this person can handle it the way you going at him, but he a totally different person. So you got to learn how to communicate to where he's going to accept it and not feel like you trying to shit on him.
That's knowing your personnel.
Yeah.
And that's what I told him. But that was like the only issue that we had. Besides that, they go to the barber thing together. They talk about it. They go to classes together. Like, I feel like we gotta, like, this is the first
balance.
Solid group.
But you got a balance though. You see your balance though. You got women and men. Now, when you got men all in that one shop, you don't have a woman to come in to mediate that.
Right.
That's a difference. So I can see how that works. When you go from suites, let's talk about that. The suites to the shop. You work in a suite. You said you ain't like it. what didn't you like about working in the suite versus what you like about the shop?
First of all, it's more to be in a loft. The same stuff that I was having, like, she didn't fix anything. If anything went wrong, it was on me to fix. So I feel like that was stupid. Then I like to talk. I'm social. Like, I like to run my mouth. I like to hee hee ha ha with everybody. I don't like being by myself like just the
All
client.
right. For you, that's what I figured. It's like the camaraderie.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I'm saying?
be social. I want to communicate. I want my clients to communicate. Like, I ain't like it.
I don't want to be social.
Boring.
You like
Y'all
the party?
boring. Y'all old.
I don't want to be.
No, it's lit.
The old
It's lit.
world?
Old.
No.
Old
It's
world?
Be
No,
alone.
lit. You know, you can't get old because every time you age is a new age, so you still young.
Talk about you. Oh man.
Hey, every day is look. So you don't like the pricing, and you had a bad. How can you say we would say that as a landlord? The owner.
Yeah,
You just had a bad experience.
Yeah.
You just had a bad experience.
Which I got one bad experience can leave a bad taste in your mouth in this industry. You know what I mean? I only worked at one shop in my life, and I don't want to go back. So that's my one bad experience, and I'm cool on that now.
Yeah.
Anybody else work in a loft or by themselves versus the shop?
I work by myself, and I prefer it at the end of the day because I teach. I deal with 24/7 miss. So when I cut, it's my time for my client, and I enjoy the peace that I get from that.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Maybe it's a bar thing.
It might be.
I've done both.
What you like?
I have a full salon now, but if I could go back to just me, I would.
For real?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you the difference too. I feel like it cuts out the distractions. When it comes to barbers in the shop, he doing too much. He done stopped cutting this man's hair to talk to this other barber. They having a whole argument, debate. Now you pushing this man's back because he done got up under your skin. You frustrated, you sweating. Now you done pushed him back. He leaving out like, damn.
That's why it was only right for me
last week, but he got into an argument.
It was only right for me because when I worked in the shop, I wasn't even social because I was working. So it was only right. It was an easy transition for me because I'm working. Huh?
No, ha ha, no nothing. Just straight.
Ha ha with your client.
Yeah, I do with my client though.
Right.
Yeah.
The rapport is so strong. You build a stronger rapport when it's just you and your client. It's like a memory. Yeah, you do.
They be like that. No, it be like, I don't know, man. When it was just me in the loft, I feel like clients was like quiet. Like,
oh no, you gotta break that.
Conversate. Now that we like this open area, everybody be in there talking.
Listen, my loft could be my space could be a whole nother podcast. I could set a camera up in there every day and it'll be a whole nother podcast. It's turned with just me and somebody else. Maybe not your turn. We ain't got NBA young boy in there. We ain't got NBA in there, but we turned.
It worked hand in hand. Like me personally, I wouldn't go back to the shop either. However, now since we talking about the shop and the suite, and y'all are women, how do y'all deal with men? This is the big question. How do you deal with men? Everybody's attractive, so how do you deal with men hitting on you in the shop? Your clients, you don't want to get rid of him because he pay good. And do you catch yourself mixing business with pleasure anytime? Because everybody human, so.
Never. They always want it for free after that. No.
Damn it.
We said after
never.
They want it for free. They want it for free before.
Never. No.
How do you refrain from engaging in that though?
You just don't. I mean, I don't even play with it. Just keep it strictly professional.
I feel like I do a lot of men's hair. So
yeah.
I feel like it's a natural thing, like looking down and reading the message or whatever. Like when I feel like women
looking down and reading the message.
Oh man,
eyes. That's it. Looking down and looking in somebody's eyes.
He's snitching. You gonna tell it?
Listen, I feel like
all of your clients gonna see this and be like,
they be out, they dirts. They are dirt bags, okay? So they are. They'll have a whole girlfriend, be texting somebody else, and then go post a woman for Women Crush Wednesday, and then slide in my DM and be like, something stupid. Well, if you don't go sit down somewhere,
go ahead and say it. Something stupid. You know what they was happening.
They're like, I was thinking, if you ain't have lunch, when I come
that's exactly did you eat? Can I bring you some food?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, no. But like I said, we laugh it off, he and the ha-ha, but that's my new thing, he and the ha-ha. But
friendly flirtation
to them, like, no. But men are creeps. Like, y'all are.
Oh man.
It is what it is. They're gonna try for sure.
There it is. They are going to try.
I say you gotta have strong shoulders. It's not for the weak. And if you can't handle being hit on and kindly saying, like she said, kind of laughing it off, almost like you didn't hear it, or walking off. Even.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if you can't refrain from it with 1,000 customers?
No, I don't feel like that's that crazy with it. Like they gonna shoot their shot for sure. They gonna try to figure out a way to come around. But as long as you shutting it down,
right?
They eventually gonna catch the drift. Like she ain't going at all.
And they still gonna
go to the next
person.
Men will stick around forever. Yeah. With the door cracked, he'll keep that door be cracked forever. He'll never give up.
They go from one stylist to the next stylist. Oh, she ain't going. Let me try this stylist. Oh, that stylist ain't going. Let me try this one. So I just move along.
So piggybacking off of that, how do you handle, even when you're in a relationship for real, how is that handled with, y'all just said, we just went through the single mother, the hours, the track meets, the men hitting on you. So how do you handle Mr. at home or whoever that is? How does that work out? Or is it working out for you?
Mr. at home could be kind of he could be kind of insecure over that. Like, damn, she at the shop with all these men. We get into an argument, she going to work. Oh, hold up. Nah, hold up, man.
Or even his time is like, do you even got time for that?
Life is about balance. You have to have balance. That's one thing that I learned as I grew. If I don't have balance, like my life is going to be in shambles. Like,
I agree.
So what's the balance in that?
He's everything, right? So at the end of the day, he's not going to be insecure if you're not giving him anything to be insecure about.
Facts.
I mean, he already is weak if he started out. I mean, if he dates a barber knowing your population is all men and he's insecure about it, he shouldn't be dating a barber.
Yeah, I would hope everybody would be as secure as me, but we know that it don't go like that. It don't work out like that.
The bigger issue is women, we standing on our own 2 feet. So I feel like a lot of times men don't know how to handle like
a boss.
There
you go.
So I feel like most of the time that insecure starts there. So I'm in a relationship, so I don't have those whole insecure issues like or whatnot. And I was doing his hair before we even took it to the next step. You know what I mean? But I was in a relationship at one point in time. He was, and we never crossed those lines until we were both like single.
So you said you was doing his hair before y'all were.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
So he succeeded. Yeah.
There you
One of
go.
the ones who slid.
I was
He
waiting.
slid and came up. It didn't
It
slip out.
happens. That's why I said we're human. So it happens.
But he
Because-
never, it was never him trying to be a dirt though. He was never in his relationship trying to shoot his shot with me. When I was in my relationship, he never tried to shoot his shot with me, even if he was single. It was a respect thing for me. So when he stepped to me correct. Not like the other men do. So if you're gonna step correct. But it was none of those issues to where, okay, I know you got a girl. You just told me you had a girl, but you trying to take me out to dinner type situations. So he had respect for why he was with that woman at the time. You know what I mean? So that was one of my biggest things. But I haven't dated. I try to keep that separate anyway. But he succeeded. He made it.
So it shows that it's possible. Anything's possible. Like I said, a man to sit back and he will wait.
I don't think you understand these creeps though.
No,
Like
I understand. I understand. I understand.
I personally ain't never had a relationship or nothing with a client. Never, ever.
I personally haven't either.
Ever. Never.
I can't.
I couldn't wait to get out the door.
Man,
I can't say that. I can't.
I'd rather have the money.
It happens to me with plenty.
Y'all over there quiet though. Hold up. I see she over there.
No, I've never dated a client.
She over there making faces. I'm trying to make
I had
sure.
to think about it though.
Okay.
No, never dated a client.
But we deal with people every day. So 9 times out of 10, that's where you would meet a significant other would be. If you at your job majority of the time and you're around the opposite sex, where else would you meet? Somebody?
I ain't never want to mess up my money. Like, I'd rather have your money.
Showcase, you ain't never, ever in your whole career
ever.
Unbelievable. You need to be put unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Honestly, wholeheartedly, never.
Ever.
You
never.
either?
I don't think I'm about my bread, bro. I don't think you know how serious I am.
Hold up. That don't mean time out. That doesn't mean that nobody is not about their bread. That don't mean that. I'm just trying to see, like.
No, but I just can't, you know what I mean? I try to keep it, professional.
It's still professional.
How do you cut women's hair?
Huh?
How often do you cut a woman's hair?
I mean, not a lot anymore, but even when I first started off, cutting kids and single moms coming, they come in like that, and they come too. They come like they on their way to the like, damn.
Women love barbers. Women love barbers.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, so then they was doing that. So excuse me. Then I made it to where like, okay, you just wait in the car, just send him up. You know what I'm saying? I start doing it like that. But
just wait in the car, you send him up. You're an icon, idol, barber, man.
Bro.
You are unbelievable. I'm about to send somebody else.
Then I had separate rooms too, so you could wait in the waiting room while you know what I mean? You don't need to be there like looking at me while I'm trying. Nah, I'm cool, bro.
He is a perfect gentleman.
$50, please. $50, please. You know what I'm saying? I swear though. I mean, no, I ain't.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do some research. We gotta find this out. This shit just sounds unbelievable, man.
You can. You can. And don't get me wrong, I've been in a shop before and I know how they get down. You know what I'm saying? I seen them lined up. You see all these single. I mean, that's what it was, though.
They say as far as barbers, they rate it like who are the biggest whores. Barbers are at the top of the list. Then it's like police officers, firefighters, or something. But
when you talk about women, hairstylists
are on that list.
Yeah.
Look at her face. Look.
They right up here with traveling nurses and stewardess. Yeah.
Steward, yeah. Because you deal with a lot of people. That's why I said, how do you refrain? Because after you run into this situation and it don't work out, you're gonna meet somebody else. And you as you have a career in this industry.
But as a
career in another industry.
As a barber, it all.
When you know your worth, you're not just settling for anybody. You're not just about to give yourself and make yourself available to just anybody that shoot they shot. I feel like you got some women who may still be trying to find themselves, but once you find yourself and you know what you bring to the table and you know who you are, you're not just about to. That little Mountain Dew you want to bring me is not going to, you know what I mean?
Mountain Dew. You better not have thought about going over the Mountain Dew.
She's telling on herself big time. Somebody offered a Mountain Dew.
He ain't bringing that no more. Damn.
Alkaline water. He could have stepped it up to alkaline water or something.
Then you drink something one time and then they want to bring it in like they done figured you out. But once you know your worth, you're not going for just anything. Like, so it's not, we don't go for every little comment. Okay, he's shooting his shot. Let me shoot it back. No. Like we ain't going for that.
Right.
So they just keep it pushing.
Gotcha. Except that one who succeeded, though.
He came correct, though. That's the difference. He came correct.
Right.
Even though he came correct.
About the alkaline water.
Even though he came correct during the time that he was coming to see you, everybody still had an attraction somewhere. The attraction was there, right?
We've never crossed that line to where like
I didn't say no, we're not crossing. We're not talking about the line.
Yeah, he's attractive.
No, I didn't say was he attractive. I said there was an attraction.
Okay.
So when there's an attraction,
okay.
So if there's an attraction, basically when there's an attraction, I feel like it basically in both all our lines of work, especially when it comes to y'all and you doing dreads. The thing is, when you said a message, I didn't know you was talking about reading the messages on the phone. I thought you was talking about like while you was doing his hair, you was looking in his eyes, and then you read the message that he was relaying.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
So that takes place in our industry, though. Like he said, like you got the kids' moms that come. She's sitting there watching you cut hair. And time to time, you're gonna look up. She's gonna be looking at you. So eye contact.
Swear they gonna wear
they'll burn a
you
hole.
done had some show up, bro. Like you like, for real. Like them pants for real. Like you
not them pants.
Where you going?
She going just for you, Case.
They try to send them signs, you know. Case ain't going, man. You know.
She had Case on the back of the pants.
I'm about to break. That's not gonna work. I'm be like, for real, nah. I'm be mad. Lightweight for real. Yeah. But nah. Nope, never. Yeah. Cool. I'm straight on that.
Girlfriend?
Huh?
You got a girlfriend?
Nope.
You been single long?
Nope.
You heartbroken?
Nope.
Hold up, man. You like the bionic man. Hold up, man. Where is the flaw at? Somewhere there has to be a flaw, okay? Your heart hasn't been broken. What happened?
He should be letting these barbers know how it's done. Maybe you should
busy,
do a class.
baby. I'm busy, baby.
Everybody was busy. Everybody was busy.
Yeah, hey, men still got needs and wants.
I'm working on some things, man.
But you got to think, we still referring to like in the beginning of your career too, like barber college, fresh out of barber college.
I haven't been just
you ain't stumbled on
the whole time. Yeah, but I mean,
say that then you trying to make it seem like you holy out here. From
I am.
Get it.
You ain't never did nothing wrong. You ain't crossed that line.
Hey, not with no client. Not with a client. No.
I give up. He's lying.
No, I'm not.
Hold up. Listen, though. You said not with a client. We're not talking about you cutting her hair. Not even a kid's mom.
Never.
You are lying. How long you been cutting?
Oh, for God. I ain't got to lie about it.
I'm gonna take it back to like when we was kids. Pronounce that. Swear for God all the way through.
Swear for God. Swear for God. Never.
Oh, it's a hard D. God.
Man, God.
Yeah.
Man, you are, yeah, we're gonna have to put you up there, man. We gotta look up to you as the top barber, man. When it comes,
Yeah, bro. I never have. Honestly, I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, you can't help who you fall in love with. I don't know, maybe
fall
you know
in
what
love.
I mean, whatever it may be. What I'm saying is, never. You can't never say never, probably. But for me, I try to keep that. I try to keep work and personal life all the way separate, bro.
So when you
I have a time when I'm usually done with my business day, and after that, I don't answer phone calls, appointments, none of that. I detach from work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're gonna go to the next question after this, but I just got one question for you then. So
for me,
yeah,
what's up? It is.
If you're at work all the time from the beginning of your career, all the time you busy. When you get off of work, you cut your phone off. You're done. Where the hell do you meet the women that you meet?
I started, well, I didn't, in the beginning of my career, that was the problem. I wasn't cutting it off. You know what I mean? I was still doing whatever. But I said, I started. No, I just was working. In the beginning, I'm grinding, I'm moving, I'm whatever. You know what I'm saying? When I got to a certain point, mainly when I started doing it out of the suite and being by myself, I'm like, I'm overworking myself. I got to set boundaries as far as work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So when you met these women, they never had kids. And
let me tell you this.
Kids here. The women that you met never
I don't cut the women who I talk to. I don't cut their kids' hair. That's a conflict. That's business.
I'm talking to you, so I can't cut your kids' hair. She's like, little Timmy, he need his hair cut.
No.
I agree with you on that one. I'm not doing your mom hair, your sister hair, your cousin hair, nobody's.
No. Because then that's a way to, you know what I mean? If it don't work, that's a way to keep it, you know what I mean? No, I'm straight. I just rather not mix that up. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. If you have any more questions, you can go ahead and ask. We about to get up out of here. We're going to ask one last question. I'm going to leave it up to you because you are the icon bionic barber right now. You make me feel so bad as a barber.
I ain't really got no more. Look, that's good. That was the problem the whole time. He asking me this question. He going in his head like,
"Oh yeah, I had a bad career. When it comes to that. That was bad.
Like I ran through them. I had to go get new clients every week.
I'm busy. I was busy. I was busy. Just like
nah, I don't know. I ain't got another question off the top. I'm interested to see what you got. I threw about 4 of them out there, 4 good ones.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna separate the interview, and probably for the next 3 weeks, we're just separating. Everybody had their own interview. So I don't know who's gonna come up first. Probably Carlisha, because you're already in the city. You can come in. Look at her. Look,
we get lit. We gonna have NBA YoungBoy. We gonna have some
You gotta have like the 90s.
Casamigos.
Correct.
You said Columbus. Are you in Columbus?
Yeah, you about to come here, right?
I fly in Thursday.
That's perfect.
Look. In Columbus, who's going to do my hair for the show? I'm co-hosting with Trail Styles by EFAB.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that show. We gonna talk about it.
We do.
Are you guys gonna come?
Yeah,
I'll pop up. Yeah.
You should bring your podcast. Come interview people.
That would be lit, huh?
I just got interviewed. I was in Texarkana from a young, new in the industry for podcasting. And he hit me up right there. After I was on stage, whatever, we went over and did it. It turned out to be really good. Mm-hmm. Never know who you meet.
Right. You meet everybody with the podcast. That's why I started it. That's why we in here. So everybody we can network, build.
I love it. Yeah. That's great.
Right. You got another question, bro? Or we gonna do?
We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna let everybody say, how you can reach them and all that.
Right. Y'all don't be shy about it.
Who's going first? Who going first?
I go first. Again, I am Carlisha, also known as the Dope Dread. You can follow me on Instagram, dopest_dreader. You can also follow my salon page, the Dopest Dreader Salon. On Facebook, I am under the Dopest Dreader Salon as well. Yep.
I'll be following you.
I'll follow you back.
Good deal. Good deal.
Next.
I am Kenyatta. You can follow me on Instagram at Hair by Yada. Also my salon, Hair Love Beauty, on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm Stacey Wheeler on Facebook. I'm the Native Barber on IG. So follow me all. Let's stay connected. Let's network.
Absolutely.
Let's not lose touch.
Case, go ahead. Can I say? Okay, go ahead. Say what you guys say.
Go ahead. You want to say it?
It's Case Cuts. It's just different. I am the icon, bionic barber of the fucking year. Yeah, man. It's Mr. Pringles the Barber, aka Alwayzkuttn said Honcho. I am him, not them. I am him, not them. And I'm glad to have everybody in the building. The podcast was lit, man. I'll be DMing everybody to go ahead and set up that interview. But yeah, great.
Thank you for having me.
Definitely.
Yeah, appreciate it.